Hi guys, it's Rob from Royal Balls. What I'd like to do today is give you a quick update and some feedback to some of my subscribers that asked some questions. So if you remember the two baby snakes that were very small, the runts of the clutch from ARP Constrictors, I've got an update on those. They are still alive and kicking, so we'll take a quick look at those. Now that's also interesting because they were from a double het to double het pairing. It was a double het Axanthic Clown to double het Axanthic Clown, and the clutch had visuals of both Axanthics and Clowns. No visual Axanthic Clowns this time, although Owen has produced them, which leads us into my next video that I'm going to do on my pairings of hets to hets and my het to het strategy. Not only are they interesting from the perspective of them being runts and me trying to save them, but they're also of use to my double het pairings. Then they're a visual expression of at least one of the genes that's contained in that double het pairing. One of them is a visual Axanthic, so quite exciting from that perspective. I've got an update on one of clutch number one. If you remember, two of that clutch had a little trouble eating and had to assist feed, so I'll give you an update. And also one of my subscribers on my previous video on the rats suggested that I make food hoppers. It would save on food, stop the food from being spoiled by being on the floor of the rat tubs. I went ahead and made some food hoppers based on that suggestion. Just a quick update on those food hoppers, how I installed them, what it looks like, and thank you for the feedback on that. So guys, I just wanted to give you a brief update on these two little guys. You remember the two runt snakes from the Axanthic Clown clutch that came in very small. Let's take a look. So we have the normal possible double het male on the right at 44 grams and the tiny little Axanthic possible het for clown female on the left at 33 grams, and neither of them have shed yet. You can see this guy here looks very dull now and his eyes have gone milky, so I think this guy is going to shed. This one shows no signs of shedding yet. Baby snakes need to shed in the first couple of weeks, lose their baby skin, and then they become active and start to hunt. Before that, I think everybody's seen baby snakes all huddled together in the corner of a tub, and they don't move around a great deal until after their first shed. So these guys are still at that stage. They're huddled together, they're not very active, and they're certainly not actively hunting. So in the wild, these guys probably wouldn't make it. They would just sit around and basically starve to death. They need to be kept moist because otherwise their baby skin that they still have goes very crinkly and not very nice to look at. So they need to be kept moist, just like newborn hatchlings. Even though these are not now newborn hatchlings, they're several weeks old, they still need to be kept very damp. I have assist fed these guys once. This guy here, the 44 gram guy, took a pinky mouse without too much trouble. I put it into his mouth. I think one of my previous videos shown the assist feed process. I put it into his mouth and he swallowed it himself without any difficulty. So he has had one at least decent sized meal inside him, and I think this guy is now actually going to go into shed. So hopefully that's a good sign. This guy is going to pull through and make it. This guy, by contrast, did not want to eat at all. I tried pinky mice and I tried assist feeding, and she rejected every single time. She would twist around and thrash, and because she's so tiny, a pinky mouse actually sticks out of her mouth a long way, and when they twist and thrash, that means that she can easily twist it out and not actually eat it. So a little trick for tiny little baby snakes like this When I assist fed and saw that she wasn't willing to eat a Pinky Mouse, I pinched the head off the Pinky Mouse and I assist fed with just the head. And the head fits into her mouth quite nicely, and I can push it well back into the back of her mouth. And then when she twists and thrashes, there's nothing sticking out of her mouth for her to twist off. So she did actually swallow a pinky head. So she has taken one, albeit fairly small meal, but that's enough to keep her going. That's encouraging. So she has taken a pinky head. And we have to now just sit and wait, be patient, and wait for them to shed. As I say, keep them damp, because otherwise their skin goes very crinkly, and you just have to wait them out. Assist feed when necessary and wait them out. Just wait until they shed, and hopefully you can start them feeding on their own. So they're doing okay, they're still alive. They've both been assist fed once. The larger one does look as if it's about to shed, but the smaller one here we're still struggling with. But she has taken a meal, a pinky head, so that's the update on these two little runts. This is another animal I just wanted to give a quick update on. This is from clutch number 1, and this is a pastel female. And if you remember from clutch number 1, there were 2 snakes that required assist feeding because they wouldn't eat. And this is one of the snakes. She is now eating on her own. Unfortunately, she's eating mouse fuzzies. She has transitioned to frozen thawed mouse fuzzies, but she's not a strike feeder. She requires drop feeding. The prey needs to be left in her tub, and she needs to be left to get on and do it. But she is eating now on her own. You can see that she is slowly gaining weight. But she's quite considerably behind even some of the babies from clutch number 3. Certainly some of the babies from clutch number 2. She's way behind in terms of weight. I've tried to feed her larger prey, but she's extremely skittish and refuses to take the larger prey. So the strategy with this girl is obviously she doesn't have a very good feed response, but she is eating and she is gaining weight, so there is no health issues here. It's just a question of getting her up to size. Just be persistent. Give her the prey that she wants. She will grow, albeit slower than some of her clutch mates. And as she grows and becomes stronger and more confident, she will make the switch to larger prey. And when she does, she'll grow faster. And she will catch up. Once these snakes do start to eat, they do catch up quite rapidly. So she's out of the woods. She's doing very well. She's actually thriving, but she is behind her clutch mates. She does require still a little bit of special attention in that she needs smaller prey and she needs drop feeding. But she is eating, she is healthy, and there's no issue here about whether she's going to make it. Obviously, if I pass her on to a different owner, she's going to have to wait until she's ready to go, because it would be unfair to pass on a special needs snake to a new owner. So we'll just give her a little more time. That's all it takes, just a little bit more time. She is a beautiful snake and thriving. So I thought I'd just give you that update on the 2 animals that needed to be assist fed. The other one has already gone to a new home. That was assist fed 2 times and then simply took off and started eating all by itself. Strike feeding, no issue at all, and gained weight very quickly after that. And that animal has gone off to a new home. So this one still needs a bit of TLC, but he's doing extremely well. And here's my solution for the food hoppers on the rack. Just a couple of holes melted in there with soldering iron, and the food hopper just fitted to the front of the tub with a zip tie. It doesn't affect the opening of the tub. I can refill it from the top very easily, and they are removable for cleaning. So I only now need to feed the rats every other day. There we go, they're all working exactly the same. And I made the food hoppers just out of this chicken wire stuff here, just bent to shape. So very, very easy, quick and simple. So now I've got clean food for the rats, no wastage. And I also got bit while I was doing it. These rats all have rat pups, and they will defend them. Ouch. So that's the update on the rats again, guys. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.